Hi everyone, welcome to the Laser channel. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. My name is Greg, and in this video, the third video in a series, I'm going to be using the Hydbond heat activated adhesive to make a patch to go on this t-shirt that I have. Stay tuned as I share my steps on how to create this project. Welcome back to this third video in a series where I'm using all of the top of the line precision equipment that I have available in my studio. In this video, I will be using my own leather-like material, and to engrave and cut out this material, I'll be using a fiber laser. When ordering the Hydbond heat activated material, it will arrive rolled up, and the inside layer of the roll is always the adhesive side, with the release liner being on the outside. I have a small sample here so that we can take a close-up look of what this material looks like. Here's the release liner side. When I flip this over, we will have that adhesive side, and when I peel back the release liner on the back, this is the Hydbond material, and it is very strong just by itself. And when this is properly heat activated on a garment, whether it's a hat, a t-shirt, or a jacket, this stuff really hangs on. I spoke to Josh, one of the co-owners of Hydbond, and he stated that to properly activate the Hydbond adhesive material, the adhesive itself needs to reach a temperature of 220 degrees Fahrenheit for a minimum of 10 seconds. When I applied the material to the back of my leather-like material, I used a temperature setting of 260 degrees Fahrenheit for a time duration of 15 seconds. Now, the reason why I'm using higher temperatures and a longer duration is because I need to drive the heat through the leather-like material in order for that heat to reach down to the adhesive. So it's very common when you have a temperature specification for a material like Hydbond that you will typically run higher temperatures at a longer duration. I already have my Hydbond adhered to my leather-like material. I'm all set to head over to the computer. I'll share with you the graphic and the settings that I'm using with my fiber machine. Inside Lightburn, I have my graphic already loaded in, and when I hit Control A on my keyboard, I'll highlight everything in the project area, and we'll see the width of this patch is going to be 3 inches and a height of 1.4 inches. Let's check out some of the settings that I'll be running. When I double click on layer number 9 that I'm using for the engraving, we'll see that I'm running at a speed of 800 millimeters per second with a frequency of the fiber laser running at 50 kilohertz and a maximum power level of 25%. Bidirectional fill is on along with crosshatch, and I'm running 500 lines per inch. I'll only need one pass for this. Let's check out this red line. This is going to be the cutout for the patch. And this, I slowed the speed down a little bit to 300 millimeters per second. I'm still running at a frequency of 50 kilohertz, and I moved the power up to 80%, and I'm going to do 10 passes at this. And because we're running so fast, this 10 pass count will not take a whole lot of time. Now, the reason why I'm doing this many passes isn't to get through the leather-like material. It's because the Hydbond adhesive that we just took a look at is a little bit translucent, and the release liner is white. And that translucency of the adhesive and the white liner, it doesn't work that well with the frequency that a fiber laser runs at. So I'm doing multiple passes to try and cut through that. This all looks good, and I'm ready to place the material into the work area of the fiber laser. Here's a quick look at my Cloudray fiber laser. This is the laser source that has all of the power supplies in it and the controller boards, and my monitor that I use for working in Lightburn. And here is the laser head. And my exhaust system, I want to get all the harmful exhaust out of the work area. And down here in the work area, I have the leather-like material already in. And we can see that I've got two lasers coming from the laser head. And as I adjust the height of the laser head, those two laser dots will converge into one laser dot. And when they are on top of each other, everything is in proper focus. Inside Lightburn, I'm going to use the frame function, and on this fiber laser, I get this dancing line of the outline of the project, and I like to use this to position my work material in just the right spot. I like where that looks, and the honeycomb that I have underneath this material is magnetic, and I like to use these red magnets to secure everything down and make sure that it's being held down flat and secure. The only thing that I have left to do is to turn my exhaust fan on, and because this is an open frame machine, I will need to get some safety glasses on. Everything's all set, and I'm ready to hit the start button. I did a few extra passes on the cutout of the patch, and I've got a nice clean cut. And what I found is usually that the laser, and this is a fiber laser thing, is it will not cut through the liner, but it does cut through the patch and the adhesive. Check out this nice close-up of this patch. This patch took well under 2 minutes to engrave and cut out, even with the extra passes, making sure I had a nice clean cutout on this patch. And this is now ready to go back over to the table. I'll use some cleaner to clean off any of that smoke residue off of this patch, and we'll be ready to use the heat press. When using this leather-like material, there's two products that I use that very effectively clean off any of the smoke residue left over on the patch. This leather-like material, it's safe to use denatured alcohol, or my new shop favorite is to use LA's Totally Awesome, and this can be found at the Dollar Tree, so that's relatively local for me. And that's exactly what I'm going to be using, is just a little spritz of this LA's Totally Awesome and just a couple wipes. There wasn't too much residue on this patch while it was being made in the fiber laser. Now that the patch is all cleaned up, I'm going to start warming up my heat press. And while this is warming up, just want to let you know that any of the products that I'm using throughout this video, I will have product links in the description down below. While the heat press is still warming up, I removed the shirt from the packaging that it came in, and my heat press has a swing arm, so I'll move that out of the way, and I can position or place my garment into the heat press area. The heat press is up to temperature. Once it got to the temperature, I let it stabilize for another 3 to 4 minutes. I'm now ready to pre-press my garment. And I'll give this about 5 seconds. That's all I need. I can swing this out of the way, remove the Teflon. I'm now ready to place my patch directly onto the garment. With the patch in place, I'm ready to replace the Teflon over the top of the garment. I can swing my heat press back into position, and now I'll heat press this for the full 15 seconds. I can handle this right away, but I do want to resist the temptation to start picking at the corners right away. Even though the glue is starting to set, the garment and the heat patch are holding a lot of heat around that adhesive, and this adhesive does take a little bit to cool back down to ambient temperature where it is at full strength. This was a fast and easy project using a quality fiber laser from Cloudray and this US cutter garment heat press. Using both of these tools really made quick work of this project, and I'm really assured that using this equipment, I have this patch properly adhered to the garment using the Hydbond adhesive. This is a great series really focused around the Hydbond family of products, and of course, again, in this video, I use the Hydbond adhesive and my own leather-like material. If you like this video and the series, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, or ring that notification bell. Doing any number of those things really helps out me, but more so, it's a great way to connect content like this with viewers just like you. Until we meet again, learn, create, and share.